Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome back to the Tarot Closet. Welcome if you're new to the channel. Thank you so very much for joining me. My name is Christine. Twin Flame, it's too early. Twin Flame, welcome to another Twin Flame reading. Twin Flame Tarot reading. Twin Flame love reading. And as is always the case here at the Tarot Closet, Twin Flame love messages reading, channeled love messages from your twin flame. That's far too many. Channeled love messages from their higher self. If you're a regular viewer or you're new, if you're a regular viewer, you know I also pretty much, well, not always, but very, very often bring in channeled song messages, totems, numbers, fairy stones, astrology dice. If you're new here, yeah, that can also make its way in. Oracle cards, of course. I never really know where I'm drawn with each reading, so we'll see what comes through here. Remember to take what resonates and let the rest go. This is a general reading. All the decks that are coming in, that I'm bringing in, will be linked below. You'll also find all the playlists, all zodiac signs, and all signs love tarot readings. Those are love readings for the collective, which are not specific to twin flames, but your energy pretty much comes through in every reading. So there's always going to be something there for you. And of course, today's reading, your twin flame reading, is attached to the playlist Twin Flame Readings, which are, there's plenty there. There's a lot there. Very long, in-depth twin flame readings. Twin flame, divine feminine, divine masculine. Look what's wanting to show themselves. The Prince of Cups and the Queen of Cups. This is the Knight of Cups. It is the Princess Charming energy. What is going on with your twin flame? What are they wanting to bring in? Look what is here. It's also the Queen of Cups. Cancer and energy. A very healing energy. Are they coming in here with something to say today in your reading? Is that what's in this cup? Apologies. Sending love. Telepathic messages. Through song. Through tarot. Through love messages. Could they be preparing to reach out? Let's see what's going on. Maybe they just want to give you a peek into what's going on in their life. Ace of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, already wanting to be here. So there's some clarity going on. We also saw the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Seems like a whole lot of, yeah, there's a whole lot of healing and apologetic energy within that cup. The Devil card, the Hangman showing themselves, Capricorn and Saturn energy, Pisces energy, Uranus energy, two major arcanas here. So they're doing what they need to be doing here, and the Hangman energy, definitely a time will tell energy. It doesn't look like they have been sending any messages or reaching out. Let's still get some, I was going to say I wanted to say is let's see what might be going on here and then get some perspective. Yeah, they're getting some perspective here in the Hangman energy. What's going on with them though? Because they're also here in the Devil energy. Are they partaking in a little bit of something? It could be, they both just fell off. They both wanted to be in your reading. They revealed the Four of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so here's what I was about to say to you as they came into your reading. Information for them, downloads, realizations about how they feel. Getting some perspective around that. This is in the partnership placement, the Devil card energy. Really thinking a whole lot about you. Look at this, the Devil card, the Ace of Swords, a whole lot of clarity about how they feel about you. They've been thinking about it for a long time. Here's the thing though, there's some conflicting energy coming up here. Why is that? What's going on? The Four of Discs and the Queen of Wands both wanted to show themselves. They revealed as they fell off the deck. Your Devil card and your Hangman energy. They're thinking a whole lot about you, but they are working on a situation in their life, another commitment, relationship, connection. Is this to money? Is this to a romantic connection, family of origin, religious, cultural differences? What is going on? Because they're working hard and working it out here with the Queen of Wands, which of course we can see the two flames here. So they're there's some wake up energy here. I think Judgment, Archangel Gabriel might be coming in today. Pretty much comes through in almost every single twin flame reading. They are having a lot of clarity right now, what they need to do and how they feel about you. Look at this. They've been thinking about it for a really long time. This double energy, the two of you here, tethered. Whatever is going on in their life that I want to say they're partaking in, because it's bringing up a lot of feelings, of course, the feelings are around you. I would really appreciate it if you took the time to like today's video, subscribe to the Tarot Closet if you have not. This really helps the channel so very much, so thank you for that. Thank you for being here today. Twin Flames, let's see what else is going on. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, and Ancestors. Please show us the cards. Aho. Okay, yeah, so this is exactly what's going on. Lots of nostalgic energy for you there in their feels. Six of Cups, Sun, and Scorpio energy. Twin Flames, you are here. Also soulmate energy, past life energy. Yeah, lots of nostalgic energy here. So this is the clarity that's happening. Look, the King of Cups has come down in reverse. And it's come here. Look at this. They are really trying to contain how they feel about you. The clarity is here. You can see it. And here's the thing about this King of Cups. Look at this. That's an octopus, of course. They live at the bottom of the ocean, really the deepest part of the ocean, in the divine, in the love, in their feelings, in the emotions. They're up here. They've got your twin flame by the ankle, been trying to drag them in to face how they feel for a very long time. How long is very long for you? How long have you been separated and not talking? Because the clarity is here. But it's causing some conflicting energy in their life, because I want to tell you something. They are tethered to something else. We saw that in the Four of Pentacles. That pentacle, commitment energy, relationships, connection. Again, it can be to a romantic connection, perhaps a karmic situation. We need to look further into that. Money and work, overworking to try to get out of how overwhelming these feelings are. Family of origin, possibly some interference, cultural, religious differences, distance. It's bringing up conflicting energy. Minor Arcana energy here. This is not going to stay like this. This is doing this for me today. What does that mean? Well, because all the feelings are there. The octopus is really trying to drag them in. The thing about the King of Cups is the King of Cups is the master of emotions, holding back how they feel. Here, when this was in reverse, this is just not being honest with themselves about how they feel and being pretty stressed out about that. And this is where we are now. They're clear about how they feel. They're still trying to fight it. You can see that here. And by the way, there is some energy coming through. Two things here I want to tell you. For a lot of you, well, here today in this reading, this is what I have to tell you. There is an overabundance going on here. There's something that is it money? Is it something that's really not good for their body, their mind, whatever it is? This is part of what they're doing to cope. And I got to tell you, there's also an energy here of that other pentacle having a hold on them. think it might be a karmic situation, but it is also something, well, it's tied here. They're tethered, okay? But I think it's more than one thing. Karmic situation, I almost want to say it's everything, because there's money stuff going on. There's an overworking distraction going on. There's an overabundance of something going on that is not for their higher good. And there's something, someone, I want to say, karmic situation that they're tethered to. Their life. They've been trying to work out how they feel about you and whatever's going on in their life here. For how long? Because the clarity that's coming through here as they work it out, look at this. Of course, I mean, all the chakras, their crown chakra in particular, connected here too, you can see, which is source, God, goddess, the universe, the divine, higher power. Co-creating with spirit, receiving these messages, trying to work things out, seeing the sun rays here. Of course, that's the sun coming in here within the hangman energy, and that's bringing in that Leo energy here, and trying to figure things out in their life and get the outcome, the joyous outcome that they want. But look at this. This is intense. I'm getting goosebumps as I bring it through to you, because they're tethered to you, but they are really tethered to a situation. You're here. This is where their energy is the strongest. It's the Six of Cups, the Sun and Scorpio energy. So much nostalgic energy here, trying to figure out their feelings, but also being really, really, really tied, I feel, to a karmic situation, because that's also coming through here in the King of Cups in reverse. So some emotional, yeah, I want to say manipulation, something going on in their life. Look at this. Catty corner here with the Devil card energy. And there's a fight around that, because there's a wake-up energy here today. Archangel Gabriel is very much here for me. Judgment, of course. And we're seeing that in a much, well, in a different way here, of course, in the Ace of Swords, because that was in reverse. It's spinning. It's in the upright now, and there's a lot of clarity, but it's bringing in some conflicting energy, because they're realizing that they need to do something. And I don't feel like that they can. But I'll tell you, they are here. Look at this. In the middle of it, with the life that they're in, the life that they're in spiritually, the connection to you spiritually, the life they're in the 3D, what they're tethered to in their life, what they can and can't change, also here in the partnership placement for you. What's going on in their life is here, and what's going on in the 3D is here. Another situation, it's really strong. There's some emotional manipulation going on. They're partaking in things that they shouldn't be partaking in, because there's a lot of clarity, and coming with this, being honest with themselves about how they feel, look at this, as they've been working it out, is causing some stress in their life, or in their head, I want to say. Maybe in their life as well. And the clarity that they're having is not really changing the attachments that are in their life. There are things in their life, both in what they're doing, behaviors, third-party interference, money and distractions, and a karmic situation that they are tethered to strongly. And having that realization, in particular with this King of Cups in reverse, which is both hiding their feelings from you, and somebody also holding on to their ankle. A stronger attachment that's not letting them go. There's a lot going on here. This is incredibly goosebumpy. It's too many. Wow. Wow. I'm getting goosebumps. So the Wheel of Fortune is coming here right below the Six of Cups, of course. So this is a new cycle. Well, it's a new cycle for the two of you. It's a turning point. Of course, this is fated and destined. Of course, this is also a deep soulmate connection. You might be hearing from your twin flame, but I tell you, there's also a really strong dreamy energy. Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius. Fixed signs don't really like change. And, well, fixed signs, creatures of habit. So there is something really incredibly strong in their life that they're trying to detach from. And I say something, it's more than one thing. It's everything. And part of that is the coping mechanisms because of the situation they're in, because of the feelings that they have that they've been trying to hold back for you, because of the clarity that they're having with the attachments in their life that they're trying hard to move on from. Look at this. The Three of Wands in the upright, Sun and Aries energy, right here in the partnership placement. There are three connections here, three people here. This is the energy of love. And the thing is we're going to talk more here in just a moment. And of course, we're going to bring in a lot more. In that third wand, because you're here, your twin flame is here, and everything all the attachments in their life, both in people and things that they're doing and coping mechanisms are all here in that third wand. Because there are really strong attachments in their life there's a situation, a karmic situation, and in order to cope with some of what's going on in that situation, there's some energy of some emotional stuff that's going on. They're partaking in things that really are not for their higher good, but they're also, and including, I want to say behaviors, but including maybe money or even just overworking, because the clarity that they're having about how they feel about you, which they've been trying to hold back, and also the situation that they're in is causing a lot of stress. It's like a dreamy energy here too, like hopping here and thinking about moving here. Look, it's the ascension here. It's also the messages from divine. Life, death, rebirth. Beginning, middle, end. It's incredibly goosebumpy. Divine number, divine timing. This is collaboration for me today. This is collaboration with Source. They're looking right at the sun. Higher power. Also, of course, connected to crown chakra, which we also see right here. They're trying to work this out, how to change their situation. How to come out of these attachments, which I don't feel like are happening as we speak. This is a super dreamy energy. And part of the reason for that and why the Ten of Swords is here is because this is where they are. It's the Sun and Gemini energy. So there's that sun coming in. It's what they're thinking about here. It's what they're working out. Again, that's the co-creation. It's the crown chakra. It's the higher power. Spiritual messages from the divine, the downloads, trying to work it out here. We know, divine timing, yes. Your twin flame has free will, you have free will. We can't control that. Energies, outcomes, they can, they will, and they do change. The future is not fixed, but they are very much in this energy here, looking right at the crown chakra. Look, and there's the third messenger. It's divine messages. It's also ascension here, trying to figure out how to change things in their life, because there's a lot of wake-up energy here about the situation they're in and all the things they're doing to cope with that and what they're thinking about and what they want. And that's the thing about, and as I was bringing this in, sending you the message, it was turning over in my hand. So they're also sending an apology through. This is asking for forgiveness because of, well, where things are, what has happened. We're going to keep moving on here. This is a really dreamy energy for me today. Do I feel like, because this can be reunion energy, this is a turning point, yes. But do I feel that you're going to be coming into union here in this? Is this reading telling us that? No, I don't. But what I will tell you is it is the turning point in this connection. It is a turning point. That's the Jupiter energy here, the planet of prosperity, expansion. wisdom and growth. And that's because the wake up energy here. So they're doing some of their work. Do they know they're doing the work? I don't think so. But it's happening. Things are moving. They're waking up. They're seeing things in a different way. The situation that they're in and all the things they're doing to cope with that, they're thinking a lot about you. And that is the turning point here. Now this turned over in my hand, but it still wants to be here in the uprights. And again, it's the Sun and Gemini energy. We're still in the Moon energy here. All the things that have been hidden, all the things that they're feeling. It's the rock bottom energy. It's the Ten of Swords. It's painful because there's a wake up energy, and with wake up energy, with a wake up call, getting all this clarity, they're not easy to go through. Imagine the butterfly in the cocoon in the dark, you know, transforming, getting ready to emerge. They actually don't have a memory of that, which is really interesting. But we do as we're going through it. There's a lot of things that are going on in our head because there's a lot of things going on in the 3D that causes some mental stress. And so it's not an easy thing. So the energy, despite the fact that we're seeing before our eyes the wake-up energy and the work that's the wheel that's starting to turn, it's not a reunion energy. It's just telling us that the wake-up energy is here, both in how they feel and both in what's going on in their life and what they're wanting and needing to change here as they co-create with Source, as they tap into their higher power. My eyes are itchy as I'm sending this message through. And that is a sign for me that Archangel Gabriel is here. Whether we see judgment or not is irrelevant for me because it's just incredibly clear. They're still in this Moon energy, and that's everything that's hidden. That's all the stuff that's all the things that they can't see. It's all the things that they are hiding. It's all the mirroring that was going on when they were beginning their run, I want to say, and the triggering from this connection. However long ago it was or recent, it's all coming up. That's what's happening here. This is the wake-up energy. They're not in the Sun yet. They are here working on it. They're in the Hangman energy. They are in this energy connecting to their higher power. Right here. Source, the Sun. Divine timing. And figuring out that third wand. Third parties, okay, can be third parties, you know, of course, karmic situation, which is becoming clear here today. Your twin flame. We can be the third party. Your twin flame. External interference, you know, via whatever, friends, family, co-workers. Religious, cultural differences, where somebody is in their life distance. It can be a lot of things. And the thing about what's going on here today is that third wand is a multitude of things. It's a situation they're in. It's the coping mechanisms around that because of the situation they're in. The things that they've been hiding, the things that they've been repressing here in this Moon energy before they come into the Sun energy, which of course is the conscious here. Shining on the subconscious, the Moon, and showing everything and doing that work. They're just coming into the Sun energy here. That is what they are doing. So what's around these attachments that they're trying to work out here and co-create as they wake up? Again, it's a multitude of things. It's a lot. There is some resistance. Again, there is a fear of change, and a lot of that is here. Look, it's catty corner here with the Hangman. You know, turning point, it's happening. We're seeing it right before our eyes here, the wake-up energy. However small it might feel, and I don't think it's small, it's here. It's actually quite big because it's one step in the right direction. But this is the turning point here as they work things out. But there is a little bit of fear here, and that is also connecting here with the Nine of Wands. And this is the Moon and Sagittarius energy, which we know we're still in the Moon energy here. This is the Sun in Gemini. It's about to come up. About what could that mean? I mean, it could mean a long time, you know, maybe not even this lifetime. We know that. Regardless, the wake-up energy is here right now. And the Nine of Wands, this is Moon and Sagittarius energy, and we see we're still in the Moon energy here. So everything that's been hidden, all the illusions, all the things that they were have been doing, I want to say, to distract themselves from both what's going on, kind of pretending like it's not going on, the overworking, possibly spending, overdoing things, you know. That's been, how long has that been going on for? Because that's really connected here to this Moon energy, which is bringing in the Moon, Pisces energy, Gemini, and Cancer. You know, and that's all the things that they've just been kind of ignoring and not seeing and holding back and hiding. And yeah, but we see that they're connecting here with the subconscious, with source, with higher power, and trying to work it out. The thing is the Nine of Wands, this Moon and Sagittarius energy, is an energy of some resistance, you know, some boundaries up here. And as beautiful as the Wheel of Fortune energy is, and especially today, because we see the wake-up energy here and the turning point in the connection that you're not seeing. Just, you know, we don't see the butterfly when it's in the cocoon, when it's in the dark doing the work. And of course, translating that to shadow work here on your twin flame journey. But this is extremely goosebumpy because it's another level, it's another layer that, yes, it is a turning point, quite literally, that cocoon going like this and turning. This is not reunion happening, but this is the turning point. And as I talk about the butterflies, I just looked down and I thought, of course, they're here on the Six of Cups energy. This today is here, Six of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Swords, Nine of Wands, Hangman. Through everything here today is the turning point. It's this much wake-up energy. Is it this much, you know? Because you go here, and then you kind of go back a little bit as you're living your life in the 3D, and you're coping and you're going through whatever you're going through. So it's going to be like this for everybody, right? That's the cycles of life here. But this is a turning point in this connection. This is the shadow work going on here around you. Lots, yes, of course, nostalgic energy. And reunion energy is here, but it's not coming through that you're having a reunion or a union. Again, and this is about the wake-up energy and the shadow work. It's extremely clear. And it's painful going through shadow work and I just saw the camera ending. Woo, I caught it in time. Let's just talk, you know, talk reality here when we're living our life, when your twin flame is living their life, you know. There's a lot going on. You share a soul, but they're in their life trying to work things out, and there's just everybody. We're all just kind of like those video games where you're just sort of dodging things, you know. You're moving along with the car and you stop, and then something happens there, and then you're back on. Sometimes you're faster, sometimes you're slower. So there's a lot going on. But the energy here, the wake-up energy and the working things out and is really clear. It's another level here. And what I wanted to say that kind of escaped me because there are so many messages coming in for you today is that this is some blocks a little, you know, some boundaries here coming here in the Nine of Wands with this Ten of Sword energy. And that's the Moon energy. And that's just the energy of realizing both how they feel and allowing that octopus to drag them in and feel all the feels without feeling like they have to run or blame and be triggered or partake in coping mechanisms, whatever. And it's also a situation here that is holding on. An attachment that is much stronger than there is a karmic situation that's a stronger attachment, but there are also things that they're doing that might be really difficult for them to change. Behaviors, also thoughts, and that's more of that third-party interference that's all packing into one wand here today of Hierophant energy, you know, of expectations, perhaps interference, whether it's in their life, people talking to them about what they need to be doing, or it's just in their head, you know, sort of ingrained, like expectations, conformity type energy. Saturn energy, you know, structure, tradition, karma, needing to work out, play some karmic debts. Yeah. So, bottom of the deck is the Hermit in reverse. Of course, another major arcana energy. Virgo, Mercury energy. This is a stuck energy. And I'm feeling emotional as I say it because the situation that they're in and all the things they're doing, all the coping mechanisms, despite also having all this clarity for around you and this connection, this beautiful turning point, this wake-up energy, is also bringing forth some stress and some loneliness. And there is a stuck energy here, and there's a huge fear about making mistakes, both because there's a tie and there's a strong tie. There obviously is extremely strong connection to you, which they're very much in and feeling and realizing now, which is causing sadness and stress. Because this is just not, the attachments are incredibly strong. A lot of things are grabbing them by the ankle, not just a third party karmic situation. And of course, again, just trying not to go too into their feelings for you, which I don't think that they're waking up to that. So that's part of, not the problem, but it's part of the wake-up energy. You know, they have to go through it. But it's causing a lot of conflict, a lot of loneliness, a stuck energy here. And the Hermit in reverse, and feeling, yeah, quite isolated, quite lonely. This is wanting to stay in. My gosh. It's extremely goosebumpy. Okay. Prince of Cups came back. Knight of Cups came back in reverse. So yeah, here's the thing. Okay, I'm going to talk about it in a minute because I'm getting goosebumps. There's so many messages coming through right now. It's so fast. So I'm holding on to these. 7 of Swords in reverse. 7 of Swords, Aquarius and Uranus energy. Here they are. Here's your runner. Here's your runner. Here's your runner who's been not honest with themselves about how they feel. Your runner who feels guilty for stuff that they've been denying, I want to say, information to you, truth to you. Guilty for things that are going on in their life that they are feeling less attached to. And when I'm saying that, I'm talking about a situation with a karmic or things that they're really wanting, that there's someone emotional. A situation here where somebody is really got their hand on their ankle. Okay, so there's guilt around that too. And look, you know, this is literally your runner here. Guilt around the things that went on between the two of you. There's a whole lot going on. It's in reverse. So this is a making peace energy. They also are feeling like, my gosh, it could even be that for some of you, there is something going on in this karmic situation that is being revealed to the third party that's causing some stress too. But I want to tell you, this is also, they're feeling almost like, not that they deserve, there's some, I don't like shame, but there's something coming through. It's guilt. Just going to leave it at that, okay? There's a lot of guilt here. It's sort of like, and it's connecting with the devil energy. It's almost like punishing themselves, partially by the situations they've got in, the situation they're in now, the things that happened between the two of you. Yeah, it's like a shoulda, coulda, woulda energy. Also here, look, connecting with the walls that were and are up here, right in between the two of you and this twin flame energy and the 6 of Cups. And the stuck energy with the Hermit in reverse. Very lonely and missing your connection, but also just lonely in this energy of waking up. It's not an easy thing to go through. You know that already. And that's what's going on here. Do I think that they're in this energy 24 hours a day? I don't. This is a snapshot. This is we're going in. We're going in, and I'm bringing it out for our reading today. I don't think that this is just a 24-hour-a-day thing, but this is a snapshot into what is going on. They're very lonely. It's isolating. There are still a lot of walls up because they're here. It's this wake up energy. What can I say? But this is a making peace energy, both with themselves. So it's also, I like this because it's also doing the work to get rid of that guilt and the shame. And that is part of their shadow work, whatever is going on in the work that they need to do, I want to say. There's some letting go, because a lot of the partaking in, let's say, yeah, things that are not good, maybe physically, mentally, whatever, for their highest good, for the highest good of those around them. A lot of the coping mechanisms they're not, this isn't, you know, triggered and now they're doing this and it's all about you, twin flame. You know, there's obviously, we know that there's a lot of, well, you know, we're talking about traumas and generational and ancestral and here in the 3D. So these are things that are deeply ingrained in all of us, right? Nature versus nurture. And then you have this journey here. So this is them working it out. This is working out. And also in alignment with you. This is working out. This is the shadow work here. It is so incredibly strong. And letting go of that guilt and that shame. And that is the next step here. That is part of the shadow work in order to transform, in order to continue moving forward here. They're doing the work. The Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Discs, it's the Sun in Virgo, trying to get into that Sun energy again here. Here in the crown chakra, of course. Here in the Hangman energy. It's doing the work. It's just incredibly clear. Again, do I feel like this is all the time? Do I feel like there's a label on it? No. You know, of course, probably around particular events, things in their life in the past you may or may not know about. Also with their current situation, and also you look at the moon energy there. I mean, we'll talk about that in a moment too, but the Eight of Discs, the Eight of Pentacles, the Sun in Virgo, that's doing the work. There's a strong sense of loss. Look, there are 5 pentacles here. On the tree, the root, you know, look at the roots, they're exposed. So this is just, my gosh, it's just bringing up everything here. These roots are, look at that. We're talking, well, yeah, ancestral, generational, and now, here, whatever's going on, they're doing the work. This is so incredibly clear. The 5 of Pentacles here on the tree, that is, it's Mercury and Taurus energy, and that's an energy of loss and worry. Isolation. Connecting here also with the Hermit in reverse. Working toward this, all the abundance here. Look at the spider web. Intricate. Divine feminine energy, interestingly. And there's that 6th pentacle, you know, coming in. The moon and Taurus energy, a reciprocal energy. And I don't think that there's a lot of that going on right now, although today there's a lot coming through, I feel, for you. There's some making peace, apologetic energy, but they're also really making peace with themselves, I have to tell you. Both in how they were triggered and ran in this connection, this situation they're in, and all the stuff that's underneath that they're dealing with. It's the shadow work here. Connecting here also with the 2 of Wands. Actually, I need to keep this here. And the 10 of Wands. The 2 of Wands energy, Mars and Aries energy. Mars is the planet of action. Drive and desire. There's some conflicting energy in there. And there is also completion in that Mars energy. And that's coming through here in this world. And that's bringing in the World card. More Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius energy. And a validation of both the soulmate connection here. Also a soulmate. We have many soulmates in the world, romantic and otherwise. But of the karmic debt they're paying, the obstacles. And this little world that's here is all about completion, which is connecting us to the Mars energy here. So that's reaching particular goals and getting through particular lessons. This is doing the work. You're very much on their mind. We already know that. And it's set off some wake-up energy. There's a whole lot of triggering that's going on within them. There are things they need to work out. They're working it all out. It's on the road. It's not all happening right now. You know, it's a turning point again. So that's the energy of completion here in the Mars energy of the card, and also here in the world of completing their karmic lessons, paying their debt, their cycle. This is what they're doing right now, and reaching their goal, which is not where they are now, but it's very much on their mind, and it's a turning point in getting closer to that here in the Wheel of Fortune, because this is the cycles of life, and it is always turning around, coming into our destiny, and lots of twists of fate in there, you know, things happening. Like I said, you're in that, you know, if you think of it like a video game, you know, you're in the car and it's like, and there's things in the way and it stops and you go off this way and you're too fast or you're too slow or you're not fast enough. You're not slow enough, whatever the case may be. That's the journey. I mean, that is the Wheel of Fortune. It's the cycle of life. You're up, you're down. There's a lot of stuff going on in there as we're coming into our destiny. New starts really every day, you know, but this is very much what's going on. And that Two of Wands, waiting, there's a whole lot of waiting on the twin flame journey, you know, and particular, sometimes literal travel energy. I'm not really feeling that here today. It could be that there's something going on with you or your twin flame in terms of travel. That's not really where I'm focused and where the messages are coming through. The Ten of Wands isn't surprising at all. Jupiter and Sagittarius energy. Again, it's the planet of expansion and prosperity. And this decision and this step here, the two of you with these wands here, because again, we talked about that. You're two of you, look, they're both here. Two of them are you, and one is kind of packing in a punch of everything that's going on. The situation they're in, the coping mechanisms, it's all there. But this is about the two of you, and of course, and one of them is their wand, and that's around the completion. Both of you, each completing, paying some karmic debts, getting out of a cycle, shadow work, those obstacles as you're moving along in the cycles of life, you know. It's all about the two of you here. Look at this in the stars. Of course, it's fate and destiny. We don't need to go about that, do we, here on the twin flame journey? Look at the flames coming up. This is all about you here today. And these Ten of Wands, that is connecting with your twin flame today. And for a lot of you, if you're hearing all this and you're saying, that is my situation. Yeah, because for a lot of you, there is an alignment here. I mean, you're mirroring each other. That's what's happening. You know, your situations oftentimes are really similar on the twin flame journey. Doesn't mean they're exact, but oftentimes really similar. So yeah, if you're saying that, there's a validation. Yes, you're right. This Ten of Wands connecting also with the Ten of Swords. Again, you know, it's Jupiter and Sagittarius energy, and this is just, it's exhausting. There's just a lot of things that are getting worked out right now. And there's Source again, higher power, crown chakra, God, Goddess, the universe, the divine, spirit, guides, angels, all of it, you know, heading right there saying, I want to put this down and I want to get out of this energy here. And the moon energy today is very much of course, it's the subconscious, you know, and there's the conscious. I think I was mixing it up earlier, but anyway. And of course, it's all that stuff that they've been trying to hide and you've been trying to hide. It's all the stuff that's going on, that's coming up now, and that's getting dealt with, even if it's in little pieces here and there, and it's 2 steps forward, 10 steps back. Then that's how it is, you know. It's the conscious shining on the subconscious, on the moon, the sun and the moon, and highlighting everything in order to see it and start chipping away at it and doing the work, which we see here. 6 of Swords in reverse, by the way, over here. That's a stagnancy issue. And we know that that's connected to the King of Cups, both in their feelings that they've been trying to hide and also in their life. But things are moving. Things are getting shown here. A lot of things that have been hidden, emotions, all the things connected around the problems, I want to say, in your life, in your twin flame's life, and dealing with that guilt and shame and releasing that. That's all part of the shadow work that's going on here. My gosh. And in particular with your twin flame, a lot of this is well, it's kind of kicked off with the nostalgic energy, and it's triggering them too. It's bringing up all these feelings that are both connected to you but are going really, really deep. It's the turning point. It's the wake-up energy. Things are moving. It's maybe not fast enough, I know, but it's moving. And that goes for both of you here. That goes for both of you here. I mean, this is just really the two of you today for me. Six of Swords in reverse, I'm keeping it here as it connects with the King of Cups in reverse, because it's a day-to-day energy. It's that day-to-day struggle. And it's like getting in that video game, sitting in that car, and, you know, you don't really know what's going forward. Sometimes you're right on track and you're right leading the pack. And sometimes you're left behind. Sometimes you're out of gas. You're going, you know, it's life. It's the journey here. The Prince of Cups, I didn't get to really talk about that. So I want to talk about it, and then I want to bring in some oracle and some channeled love messages. It's so connected to, of course, the King of Cups in reverse too. Look, here with the Six of Swords. All the feelings suppressed, deep emotions. You know, and that's also connecting here, again, with this Knight of Cups in reverse energy. They're feeling, there's a lot of guilt around that. Around how things happened here in the connection, around the feelings that they've been hiding, and that's what I wanted to show you. Look, there's the octopus again, coming up here from the deep, you know, sort of like, I'm here, you can't hide these feelings, and it's in reverse. They've really been repressing them. We know that they're here, and we know that they're coming up, and it's bringing up a whole lot in their life. And that moon energy, which has been coming through so strongly in the Ten of Swords today, and the Sun and Gemini energy, but with the moon still here, there it is. Pisces, Gemini, and Cancer energy, and that's all the feelings here. Look at this, all the emotions that they've been trying to hide, all the things that are also triggering in their life, both trauma going way back and what the situation they're in, also literally the situation they're in. Connected here to the Devil card and all the things that they're doing, I want to say, to cope with that, all the attachments that they are, things that they're attached to that they need to change, they know that. Trauma even, attachment of course to that, attachment to guilt and shame, things around that that also need to go. Literal physical attachments to people, things, feelings also, you. Things that they need to change. So this is the thing. It's connecting here the Prince of Cups in reverse to the Devil energy. So it's more of this energy of they're sorry. They are. We saw that in the Ten of Swords coming in asking for forgiveness. So that's coming in here today. And I have a feeling it's going to come up in your channeled love messages too. Messages from their higher self, because this is from their higher self. But it's also just an indication of all the things that are being brought up, you know, all the triggering, all the things that have been hidden, all the feelings here, quite literally, that they've been hiding around the life that they're in, the coping mechanisms they have because of it, the coping mechanisms because of the shadow work that they're, I don't think labeling it shadow work, you know, but needing to do, the ancestral trauma, the generational trauma, that whatever, all of the work that's being done and the feelings that it's bringing up that they've been trying to suppress here. It's incredibly strong, connected to these attachments. They're working on it. Twin flames, this is really intense. It's emotional. I'm not sure whether to cry or, I don't want to say cheer, but it's also, I really like this reading for you because it's movement. And that's also for you because you are mirroring each other. It's a lot of guilt in this, you know. There's a lot of guilt in this. And it's a lot of just the feeling kind of like trickery, you know what I mean? And broken promises, all connected to the Devil energy. They're feeling it connected to you. They're feeling, yeah, again, that Seven of Swords in reverse energy, kind of like they're punishing themselves in some ways. Also connecting to people and things in their life, but they're working on it. It's a turning point on the journey. It's a turning, you're mirroring. It's a turning point on your journey here. I really like this. I know it's not union, and it just, but that's just not what this is all about. And you know that, I hope. We didn't get an overall energy, but maybe it comes through an oracle. I have our deck ready. There's more around. We'll see what's coming in. It's shuffled and ready to go. I want to read what's at the bottom of the deck here. But before I do, I'm being told that I need to just quickly go back into something that I said, which is it's not just about union. And I think you already know that, you know. This is the shadow work and the wake-up energy going on. And this is, well, the most important. And it's a step toward that anyway, of course. Okay, gosh, that's right. I wanted to look at the bottom of the deck. The home card coming in. Wow. So here's the thing. It's 27. Of course, that's a 9. It's attainment. It's fulfillment. It's things coming to fruition here. It's incredibly goosebumpy. Look at the owl. Of course, connected to the divine and all the wisdom. And by the way, an owl is a Scorpio. But one of the things about owls is they're about inner transformations, self-actualization. And that is what is going on here. It's incredibly strong. Here, that butterfly, you know. Hello. I don't know what that camera is wild. Anyway, the butterfly is doing this, you know. That's the transformational energy as they're doing the work. And another thing about this owl, so of course that's connected to the divine, connected to spirit, both in the messages and both in the downloads, the information, you know, connecting us, of course, to higher power, crown chakra, spiritual messages. But owls are often, they kind of check themselves when they're emotional, you know. They sort of do a check. I know that sounds funny, but that's a lot of what's going on here in this King of Cups in reverse energy, and in particular connected to the moon energy, which is around all those emotions, all the things that they've been hiding, repressing here in the King of Cups in reverse that they haven't been wanting to deal with. And some of it they've been dealing with it with money and overabundance of things, coping mechanisms, whatever. Feelings connected to you, feelings connected to their past, feelings connected to the life that they're in. So this is a lot of that energy. It's here, it's all the work. And it's around this home energy for me can mean a lot of things. And today it's a lot about the home, the subconscious and the conscious, of what's on the outside and what's on the inside and what's going on and what's being worked out quietly, kind of behind the scenes. Because that's another thing about owls. They actually work quietly behind the scenes. So this is the shadow work that, and the work going on, the transformational energy that you're not seeing, as frustrating as it is. You know, in that car, just going along and bumping into this and stopping and going here. It's the wheel of fortune, the cycles of life, it's always spinning. And here it's just really clear that it's a turning point for you. 8 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. So that's what's coming through here in the card, the home card today. By the way, I'm not reading Oracle in reverse today. So I really like this because this is completely the energy that this is very goosebumpy. You're marrying each other. You might not see this growth and feel like you're getting your downloads, you know? And I don't think your twin flame knows that, but it's happening. This movement. There's a peek into what's going on, and here it is. Look, leaping here off this tongue-tied, tall peak here, peaks of joy, leaping into the butterfly energy, the transformational energy. Look, this is ascension. This is ascension here, a master number, 33. Anything is possible. You're mirroring each other. Whatever that means for you. And this is so incredibly clear and it's so goosebumpy. And I'm feeling these emotions too. There's a lot of repressed emotions. Of course for you. And that is it's what you do. You wake up your twin flame, you know, it's kicked it off. It's time. They're feeling it, and it's bringing up all the stuff that they haven't wanted to see in their life and in their past. We know all that, and it's the turning point. It's doing the shadow work here. Ascension, flying, compass, gardener, solitude. Hangman in reverse energy here, and also hangman energy not in reverse. It's both, because this is like hermit again. It's hermit energy. It's getting clarity, personal truth, spiritual illumination. It's the shadow work. Look at this. This is very much your energy here. For me, this is a lot like the judgment energy that I've been feeling. Of course, it's a unicorn, so it's mythical, you know. A lot like the twin flame journey, all the hope around it. Look at the energy too. It's kind of like the Two of Cups energy here. And look where the unicorn's going. Here above the clouds, first of all, that's connecting us to the divine. But we know that's also around sometimes indecision, lack of clarity. Heading way above that, heading here for the cherry blossoms, heading here for the butterflies, the leaves of change. And there's maple leaves in there too. And that's about love. Change, of course, and hello if you're in Canada as well. Flying above the labyrinth. This is so much about ascension here. It's incredible, and it wants to go here. The compass, the gentle gardener, and the wishing well is the last one wanting to come through. Yeah, it's making these wishes. Connecting, of course, to the Six of Cups. It's a lot of the nostalgic energy here. Holding on to these wands, both of you here with this little world in the middle here, completing your karmic lessons, continuing to move obstacles, getting closer to completing those lessons, getting closer to your goal. Biggest wish energy, making wish energy. This is a 12, of course. I'm coming to a 12. Sometimes I count 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Coming to a 3, that's a divine timing. Co-creation. It's just really incredibly clear here. Look, it's like sort of also this wish of getting through all this, taking off that mask and seeing things. And that's what your twin flame is doing. I have to tell you, there is a mirroring here. That's always the case. And how that resonates for you might be different. You might be resonating with their energy exactly, but it can also look a lot different for you. The solitude is most definitely coming through here in this hermit energy, doing this work. It's a manifesting number as well, coming in here with 4. Manifesting what? The 4 areas of support and stability. You know, and mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. And what are they for? They're for the foundation, you know. And manifesting everything here coming together. Life. Also literally connecting to home energy, of course. And compass here. Oh my gosh. Connecting with angels and the divine. Look at this here with gentle gardener. This is a really strong connection. Look at this. Also bringing in ancestral energy. And this compass, very interestingly enough, it's here on, it looks like Aquarius, but also the 11th house. Community, family, the direction. Situations now, situations that are still ongoing. A lot of that 2 of Cups, I feel, kind of energy also coming off here. Gentle gardener. The partnership, of course, bringing in balance. which connects, by the way, to the infinity, your twin flame journey. And that's a lot of, well, of everything. Balancing the chakras, of course, balancing the divine feminine, divine masculine energies in order to make better decisions, you know, in order to do the shadow work, to come from a place of coming out of the ego and the shadow and being able to face things and do things. So that's going on here very much. Being gentle with yourself. Your twin flame being gentle here. Are there 3 here? There's 5 here. So 5 eggs here. That's a little nudge too from spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Change. Quite literally coming in here. My gosh, a message. In divine timing. Their feelings are really intense and it's kicking this all off. So as intense as I feel and as emotional as I feel, this is a really good thing. So I want to bring in another deck. And I want to look. Message of love. So do I feel that there is a message coming in the 3D? I don't. But this is very much for you. That apology came through. And it's quite literally sending a message of love to you right now. I really like this. The 7 here, controlling what you can, letting go of what you can't. It's the Wheel of Fortune energy, fate and destiny. My gosh. Divine timing. Communication and growth, and what's coming through with that here is co-creating with Source. And the growth that is coming with that, that's in the butterfly spinning. The love here, the love for yourself, the learning. This is an alignment, the loss. My gosh, my gosh. Yeah, there's, like I said, there's a lot of what they've been repressing and the clarity that they're getting has woken them up. And it's a little bit of, I don't know about chaos, but it's bringing up a lot. It's the shadow work here. Look, and coming in here, and of course it's bringing in whatever's wanting to come in here. Okay. This is co-creating with Source. Literally, look at this. Working out the karmic cycles and freeing. That is what they're doing. And again, an alignment here going on. This is so, I don't feel like I need to say anymore, you know? And freedom here, this is 17, that's coming to an 8. That is an action number. It's working, moving. Like here in the 8 of Pentacles, we see that. The 5 of Pentacles here, which really wanted to come through today on the roots and the tree, which are exposed here. That's the shadow work. And that's the loss. So there's a loss of what also, again, of because when you're hiding things, your twin flame has been hiding a lot of emotions and masking them with some coping mechanisms, we'll call it that, okay? And again, it can also be you. With the realization of that, with the wake-up energy, comes having to look at that. And there's also a loss around that because, well, yeah, you're suddenly facing things that you've been avoiding, whether it's through working, spending, whatever those coping mechanisms are. And, of course, a loss of what you think your life is, and you question everything as you work through this karma, as we talked very much about. Of course, in that world card energy, which came through in the 2 of Wands here today, and of course, everywhere here in the Wheel of Fortune. And completing these karmic lessons, these obstacles, and that completion energy, and the freeing energy here. Because this 8, of course, is the action number, but that's also connected to karma. Freeing, look at this, they came out together. Manifesting in and abundance. This is really clear. Your reading is very goosebumpy. I want to bring in some channeled love messages. I'm going to bring in some little ones, and also we're going to bring in some more, okay? The very first coming out, you are my other half. Twin flame energy and soulmate energy, and it's clear here that your twin flame is also a soulmate. We belong together. Wishing well. You are the love of my life. Look at this, learning in solitude, freedom. It's really just so incredibly clear, connected here also with the owl. The downloads, the working through, paying off the karmic debts, working through the obstacles. I am always with you. Communication also. It's the telepathy and the connection that you have. 4 and 5D. That's it. My heart is yours. Love. Messages of love. You are the love of my life. So this is where it's coming through. I thought it might be coming through in your channeled love messages. Messages from their higher self. And it is. You are perfect. Yeah, it's going here because it's part of the wake up energy here. They're feeling guilty. So I know they didn't leave you feeling that way. So they're sending that through. That's also the 7 of Swords in reverse energy. It's coming through here, but you might also be hearing in a lot of songs, of course, repeating patterns and numbers, particular animals, dreaming about your twin flame. They're trying to get these messages through to you. They're coming through here today really, really strong. Really strong, actually. But I feel, of course, it goes beyond that. And I need to tell you that. I am afraid to contact you. Look. Yeah, so again, it's been coming through quite clear. It's been very clear for me that this is not an actual message coming through, you know, as in an email or something. I mean, it can be some of you. For some of you. But for most of you, I'm closing my eyes. What's falling out and what's coming out are yours. But for everybody, here's what I wanted to say. You are getting messages daily. Sometimes you know it and sometimes you don't through your daily life, synchronicities, music. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever seen this many messages. I reread our messages. This is a lot of channeled love messages. I spy on you. That's Page of Swords energy. We have a deep soul connection. I'm trying to send you a message. Interesting. Yeah, so for some of you that might have actually happened in the 3D, but I gotta tell you, it's coming through here today. I made so many mistakes. 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords, Solitude, Hermit in reverse. They're really afraid, actually, they're afraid of making wrong moves in their life. Do you think of me too? You mean a lot to me. For those of you that needed to hear that, there's so much left unsaid. Yeah. It's communication. Do you still love me? Do you think of me? Do you still love me? Hoping that you do. Somebody might be throwing some actual coins in a fountain. We are soulmates, so that's a validation. I was stupid. Nine of Wands. Devil energy. King of Cups in reverse. Holding things back. Making, yeah, this feeling of that they didn't care because it's not true. I was stupid. It's burdening them. They're burdened. There's guilt and shame. They're working that out. But it just goes farther back, you know. But it's coming through right now, connecting to how things went with the two of you. I took you for granted. I don't want to lose you forever. My heart belongs to you. Oh, look at all piling up here with the love energy and the wishing well. I'm sorry. Most definitely spending a lot of time alone thinking. A lot. There's a lot of triggering going on. There, I feel like behind the scenes, there's maybe a little bit of chaotic energy, but that's not the energy that's coming through here today. As this comes through, it's channeling through a very calm place. No one compares to you. And I'm hearing Sinead O'Connor singing Nothing Compares to You, of course, the Prince song. I stare into your eyes in photos. It's connecting with the I spy on you here. Look at the owl looking. Nocturnal energy around that owl, by the way. Scorpio too, who can pretty, a lot of deep emotions, can kind of hold things back as well. Much like this owl and this King of Cups here. But boy, when they look into your eyes, and that is a twin flame connection, they're really staring in photos, maybe their phone. I was stupid came down again. Was this here already, or am I imagining that? No, I wasn't. There it is. Is this the last one? No, there's two more here. I made so many mistakes. Yeah, it's more of the Hermit in reverse. I made so many mistakes is also here twice. I was stupid. I made so many mistakes. So there's a lot of that. Learning, look, is where it wants to go. Connecting with solitude. Connecting with the Eight of Pentacles, connecting with the Six of Cups, that all the thinking and the work going on and the downloads that they're getting also here, getting a different perspective. Crown chakra, higher power, and the Hangman. I love you. This is real. These are the last two. What a beautiful reading. This is real just gave me goosebumps. I can't get this in to, there we go. This is real and I love you. Beautiful soul, beautiful twin flame, divine feminine, divine masculine. Thank you so very much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I enjoyed your reading. Even though it kind of hurt a little bit, it also feels really good. I hope you enjoyed it too. And if you did, I would really appreciate it if you liked today's video and subscribe to the Tarot Closet if you have not. This really helps keep the channel moving, so thank you so very much for that. I'm sending you so much love and so much light, hoping for the best outcome in all that you do, for your highest good, the highest good of those around you. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you at another twin flame reading. Until then, bye.